be sure to use code DALT10 to get 10% off advanced GG products. Thank you. Hello everybody, in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the new Warlock exotic Rime Coat, and this is a heavily slept on exotic if I'm being honest. I don't know if it's just people haven't had a chance to try it yet, or they just assume because it's a Bleak Watcher exotic that it's not very good for PvP, but this thing is great. Let's go over real quick what it does, just because you might not know about it, honestly. So your Bleak Watcher turret has enhanced range and is surrounded by ice, which is very, very strong, which I'll get into in a second, and has a storm, and while you stand in the storm, you get this little ice soul, and it will fire whenever you shoot your weapon, and it will slow targets over time. Now, this is very strong. It actually does a considerable amount of damage, and as well as being able to slow somebody in a primary fight is ridiculously strong because it makes it so they have to either commit to the gunfight or they lose, which it throws a lot of people off because a lot of people in this current game, they get shot once and they try to run away. So you shoot them and you get them, a little bit weak. If they hesitate and try to run away, they can't because they're slowed and you just gun them down. So it makes it so they really, really have to just commit to try to hit those shots. Plus they're slowed, which means they're going to get more flinch. And it's just super, super good, honestly. I think the Ice Soul is so, so strong. The only thing is you have to play really, really slow kind of to play in the storm. You can leave the storm a little bit and it'll last for like a second or two. But for the most part, you have to play really slow to get this really strong Ice Soul. But it is ridiculously strong if you play a little bit of a slower play style. And then the Stasis Crystals, they rapidly spawn every like 5 or 6 seconds or so. And it is very, very strong if you pair it with shards right here, because shattering a Stasis Crystal will give you grenade energy back, which makes it so if you pretty much are spending the whole time in that storm just breaking the crystals as you go, you can pretty much get your grenade back right away and just chain this like over and over and over again. As well as if you run, Torment, you can get a little bit of extra grenade energy back whenever you get hit. And it's super, super strong. I think you're typically going to want to use a weapon that has a little bit more range. I was using the Kvastop, but I think a pulse rifle, no time, LCs, anything would be great. I think even Red Death could be fantastic because you don't get the most sustain when you're there. So you can kind of just chill in your storm and then get some healing with Red Death. It doesn't really matter too much. Overall, it's just a really, really strong primary exotic. And as well as with the artifact mod here, with how the storm, whenever you shatter your stasis crystals, you send out little shards that will slow targets, making it kind of hard to push you as well. And overall, if you were trying to hold down an area, this exotic is really, really strong. Now, I will say that one downside of this is if somebody destroys your stasis turret, it will take out the whole storm and will kind of mess up your whole setup. So a lot of times what I started to do once I learned is I would throw my stasis turret kind of behind the wall, and the stasis turret itself wouldn't do a whole lot, but I would just kind of like in and out of cover with the storm and my slow little stasis buddy. And I felt that was so much stronger because then they couldn't destroy the turret. If anybody flanked you, the turret could like kind of push them off. But for the most part, you're using this exotic, not for the turret, but for the storm and the soul that you get with it, which is just so, so strong. In terms of the rest of the build that we're running Dust Fields because it has a low cooldown. We're running Penumbral Blast, obviously, because we have to. We're running Frost Pulse because it's great. Whenever somebody pushes you, you can cast your Rift. It's a great defense mechanism. Obviously, we're running Bleak Watcher because you need to, and then the rest of the fragments. But overall, yeah, this exotic is really, really slept on, and I think it's going to be even better in slower game modes such as Trials. You run to the points, you throw down your Bleak Watch behind a wall, and then you can just pretty much win any primary 1v1 you want because you're going to be slowing them down, and then they get team shot or whatever it may be. Very, very strong. If you've tried this, let me know down in the comments how you feel about it. I think it's really good. If you do enjoy the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, as it does help out with the channel a lot. Thank you so much, and enjoy the video. So we do. Gonna drop it. Should destroy at least one of them. Kind of wish my teammate had gotten this guy, but it's okay. We slowed him. There we go. The ice bolts that this little stasis buddy, whatever you want to call him, shoots out is just so good. It does so much damage. It slows them immediately mid gunfight. And I think it's the real reason you want to use this exotic. Not so much to even make the stasis turret that much better, but he is just so good. And then you can get him pretty frequently as long as you're pretty good at destroying the stasis crystals. Like, we pretty much have our grenade back already. Go. Good job, teammate. We're probably going to drop this in here. You want to be careful with the turret, though, because if they destroy the turret, they get rid of your little field that gives you your stasis buddy. So you don't want to be too crazy with letting them be able to destroy the turret, which kind of sucks, because you can't just throw the turret out in the middle of the open to get the max value of it. See, he's slowed mid gunfight and being attacked. It's just so good. It's actually so good. We're getting close to another thing. Slowed. Got him weak. We are going to back up, though, because none of our team is here. We do have another thing, so we're going to throw this down here. Slowed. He did get me, though. Good shots on his part. Let's put this here. Remember to destroy the ice, because that's a huge part of getting our abilities back quick. He's slowed. We get him. We got that guy, too. It's actually so good, unironically. Like, I'm trying to, like, I know a lot of times when you say something's, like, really, really good, people are like, it's clickbait. But, like, no, this is really, really good. Like, if you can get good at playing slow and just team firing with it, and you can leave your circle a little bit, but it pretty much just means you win the primary fight. Because if you hit them, you slow them, and they have to either commit to the gunfight and, like, beat you with, like, just outgunning you, or they lose. If they try to even think about leaving, you win, because they're slow. They can't get away. Like, not even clickbait. It's actually so good, because they have to commit to the gunfight. Because when you slow them, they either, A, have to hit their shots, which a lot of times when people get weak, they aren't going to think about hitting their shots. They're going to be like, I'm weak, let me run away. But if they hesitate for even a second, you just kill them, because they can't get away. It's actually, like, so good. The only downside is you obviously need to get your cooldown. But given you play slow and you just destroy these crystals and don't die, you should always have your cooldown. The turret increase is nice, and it does help out a bit, but you want to keep your turret safe. So typically you're going to want to put it behind a wall, and it kind of just like helps if anybody flanks you or something. All right, we're on deadlifts. This is actually a fantastic map for this, because there are so many choke points that we can grab here that I think will work great for this. We got that guy weak. Good job. Nice. I think this definitely is a playstyle that really suits... Oh, teammate going crazy with it. Really suits just bunkering down, holding a choke point, and just going crazy with it, honestly. Nice. Good job. Whew. Try to stay alive here. Slide out, see if we can help. Did some damage to some of them. Not a lot, but... We're very close to getting our grenade back. We got it. Let's drop it here. He's slowed. Teammate should be able to get that. Nice. Teammate did get that. Destroy our things. So you're not going to be... This isn't a very, like, super flashy exotic where you're going to be running around, killing the entire team. It's definitely for people who want to play a little bit slower and use their primary, but it utilizes that so well. Teams. Whew. Can't really go that way. And oh, that's my teammates. Okay, never mind. We could go that way. We got him very weak, but unfortunately we're smoked, so I couldn't really utilize that. We'll put this here, drop our rift. Got him. Let's shoot these. Keep breaking the crystals. Got him slowed. It's actually so good, man. It's like I can't hype this up enough. It is like so much better than I ever would have expected. Let's see. Let's try to keep moving. He's probably just gonna do it again immediately. Yeah. That is exactly what he does. They have a glacial. Okay, well, we killed his super with ours. He's frozen for a very long time because of our thing. Nice. Kind of unfortunate we popped our turret here, but it's fine. And another mercy. Jesus. Give me that diamond lance. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's like so good. Yeah, I'm actually in awe that it's as good as it is. Well, that's just rude.
You could give the Redjacks a lesson in territory control.
20 and 4.